Edition is our native IFRS 15 and ASOC 606 compliant app, built on the Salesforce platform and is available on the Salesforce App Exchange. From the app's home screen, you can quickly navigate to the Revenue Recognition Hub by either clicking on the tile in the middle of the page or by the menu option at the top. Here you can see your dashboards with all your KPIs. I can also go to my Contracts tab and then search for my contract by account or by unique contract identifier. I'm going to search for Acme, one of our customers. On that customer, I can see 2 accounts that are active on here. I'll choose the second one, which is at version 2. So the first thing you'll notice at the top of the page, it'll tell you which stage this contract's gone through. So it's gone from draft to identifying a contract, calculating a performance obligation, and calculating a price, and is now active. Okay, you can see some key KPIs at the top of the screen. So total contract value, the recognized revenue, the deferred revenue, forecasted revenue, and the total billed. When amounts get billed, they move from forecasted to deferred. At the bottom, you can see the contract summary with all the treatments for each of the lines, the revenue treatments that are there for their performance obligation. We can also see the SSP, so the standalone selling price has been calculated on these, the transaction amounts, the recognized amounts, deferred amount, billed amount, and also the start and end dates. Okay. If I go to the revenue schedules, here we can see the different schedules for each of the lines. So I can see the first lines are from my contract version 1, and in my contract version I can see version 1 is when the new contract was created, version 2 was when the amendments came through. So I can see in my version 2 line here, this is an amendment to the hardware product that's been sold. So in other words, an increase in quantity has been sold. And we can see it's a one-time product, so it's just in February. Whereas the Software Pro is the term subscription, which we can see is 1,200 split across 12 months, being $100 a month. If the accountant needed to move out a particular an amount because the delivery is not happening in February, it's going to be in March, they can quickly change the figures from January to March. And click save. Okay, and that will then do that adjustment. And we can see now in the contract version a new manual update has been performed. Okay, let's move on to milestones. So one of the lines was for milestones, and to configure the milestones you can quickly come in by clicking the configure on that line, and we can see that the first one, the milestone, has already been reached, so it's grayed out. We can see all the other milestones. You can add more milestones to it, and it will adjust things accordingly. You can do them event-based or date-based. Okay, on the accounting journals, we can see all the entries that are on here, so we can see which ones have already been exported out to your ERP system, and which lines are still active to be exported out. We can see the general ledger accounts that they're posting to, the debit and credit amounts that are on there as well. Okay, we can see the different types as well of journal entries. Okay, right, let me just quickly go to the report. If I click on the Waterfall Report, you can see the Waterfall Report here for that particular contract, which shows all the products and the different stages that they're at, and the amounts being split across the screen, as well as a little graph on this one. I'll go to the period end. So if we go to the period associated with that legal entity, we can close the period just by clicking on close option here and save. I'll just cancel because I'm still active in the period. And then you can click on export journals to export out your journals for that period. So I can say I'm going to have everything till the 28th of Feb, include any prior ones if I've already done a download. Choose a different type of journals, and you can create your own formats as well here, using the field sets for what fields you want to show on them. This is where if you've got a different ERP system that you want to export out to for your different legal entities, you have that option to do that. Okay, click on export, click on the file there, and I should be able to download. I'm just going to open it quickly in Excel. Okay, and here we can see the downloaded file, which you can import as a CSV into your ERP system. GL accounts on there, periods and staff, debits and credits on there as well. Okay, that brings us to the end. Thank you.